Here is a simplified version of the story contents. Here is a lighthearted take on the story contents. Ritter may not have much time left on Chicago Fire, but since Season 8, his greatest replacement has been there in front of us. Carver, Jake Lockett, and Ritter, Daniel Kinney, were both due to leave the show, but the Chicago Fire Season 13 finale did little to prepare for their departures. This raises worries about who will take their spot in Chicago Fire Season 14. Furthermore, it seems like a particularly odd time for Ritter to leave. Not long after moving to Truck, Ritter will have to say goodbye right as he is growing accustomed to his new role at Firehouse 51. However, this also sets up a currently existing member of the Chicago Fire cast to take his place, even if the timing's unfortunate for Ritter himself. When NBC announced the departures of Daniel Kinney and Jake Lockett ahead of the Chicago Fire Season 13 finale, fans hoped the creative team would at least have time to deliver a proper send-off for their characters. It did no such thing, but Brandon Larroquente's Chicago Fire casting suggests the search for Ritter and Carver's replacements is already underway. Chicago Fire's latest casting update is already addressing one of the biggest issues that Season 14 of the hit CBS procedural is set to face. On the other hand, Ritter's exit may look even more doubtful after showrunner Andrea Newman hinted Sam Carver may appear in Chicago Fire Season 14. However, there has been no confirmation that Ritter will appear to say goodbye in person before his character's departure. And, whether his exit occurs on screen or not, he still needs a replacement eventually. Fortunately, they're already at the firehouse. Although Michael Bradway's Jack Damon's Chicago Fire return led to her appearing in fewer episodes than in any other season besides Season 8, Kylie Estz, Caitlin Shennet, embodies nearly everything that works about Ritter and more. Much like Ritter, she's young and relatively new to her position, yet she's still been the MVP on many calls since she became a firefighter. One main reason Kylie deserves to become a series regular is her history. Between graduating from Girls on Fire and being put on Engine 51, Kylie has incredible working relationships with Kid, Miranda Ray Mayo, and Herman, David Eigenberg. Additionally, Caitlin Shennet won't face the same challenge a newer actor might face in terms of establishing on-screen chemistry with the rest of the primary cast. Furthermore, Kylie's an incredibly smart, resourceful, and diligent woman who gets along with everybody. She demonstrates each of these qualities in Chicago Fire Season 13, when she plays a vital role in helping Herman track down the source of citywide hydrant thefts. That's barely scratching the surface of what she's accomplished, let alone what she'd accomplish as a regular. It's still not entirely clear how Ritter's Chicago Fire exit will happen. Either way, promoting Kylie to series regular raises the question of whether she'll stay on Engine or move to Truck. If Carver is indeed sticking around for longer than initially believed, then keeping Kylie on Engine is the most logical choice. But that raises yet another problem when the reason Damon's return likely reduced Kylie's episode count in Chicago Fire Season 13 is that Engine wound up with one too many filled positions. Daniel Kinney's Ritter is one of 2 Chicago Fire characters leaving the show following Season 13, which is frustrating given the events of the finale. Damon's currently out as a result of his injury, but the prognosis deems a full recovery likely. And with Brandon Larroquente's addition to the cast, there still isn't enough room on Engine for both Damon and Kylie. Of course, there are ways around this. If Damon remains a recurring character, he can act as an occasional substitute. It's also possible his lung complications could be worse than expected, forcing him to take a less dangerous role at 51. But if Chicago Fire can work out these kinks, they can give Kylie the main cast position she deserves. Enjoy Screen Rant's primetime coverage? Click below to sign up for our weekly Network TV newsletter. Make sure to check Network TV in your preferences and get the inside scoop from actors and showrunners on your favorite series. Chicago Fire follows the lives of firefighters, rescue squad members, and paramedics of Firehouse 51 in Chicago as they face professional and personal challenges, showcasing their dedication, teamwork, and resilience. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe my Fast Gossip 24 to our channel and stay with us.